Good morning, students. Let's start part 4 of the chapter Judiciary. In the previous video, we discussed about does everyone have access to the courts, and we also discussed about some these kinds of situations with the help of these photos. And now let's start from here. For the common person, access to courts is access to justice. It means common people in general, the people, if their rights, if they are exploited, their rights are violated, they can go to the court for justice. It means access to courts, they are having the access to courts, and that is access to justice. It means they can go to the court, they can get the justice. Getting my point? If someone is going to the court, it means he or she can get justice. The courts exercise a crucial role in interpreting the fundamental rights of citizens. It means fundamental rights of citizens are explained and prescribed by the Constitution, and courts interpret them. And as you saw in above case, the court interpreted Article 21. Article 21 is the right to life. You have to remember forever. Article 21 is with right to life, and of this constitution, our constitution include the right to food, because if we do not have food, we cannot have the life. So without food, life is not possible. So right to life is the right to food. Right to food is the right to life. They therefore order the state to take certain steps to provide food for all, including the midday meal scheme. However, there are also court judgments that people believe work against the best interest of the common person. For example, activists who work on issues concerning the right to shelter and housing for the poor believe that the recent judgments on evictions are a far cry from earlier judgments. While recent judgments tend to view the slum dweller as an encroacher in the city, earlier judgments like 1985, it was Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation, about which we will discuss before after a short while, and had tried to protect the livelihoods of slum dwellers. So with the help of this case study, we can understand the right to life and protected by the court. Clear? So let's have study. The judgment of Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation established the right to livelihood as part of the right to life. Means someone is not capable to get food daily, to not to get the essential commodities and basic requirements cannot fulfill daily. It means this is the lack of livelihood. And because of right to life, we have the right to livelihood. The following excerpts from the judgment point to the ways in which the judges link the issue of the right to life to that of livelihood. It means judges like judiciary. So judiciary interprets this section of the constitution, this part of the constitution, that right to life is connected to the right to livelihood. The sweep of the right to life conferred by Article 21 is wide and far reaching. Life means something more than mere animal existence. Animals also have life. They wake up in the morning, they eat something whatever they get, and whatever they seek and find, and after that in the night they sleep. So this is the life of animals. So life is mere animal existence, but it doesn't mean merely that life cannot be extinguished or taken away as, for example, by the imposition and execution of the death sentence, except according to procedure established by law. It means all the people have the right to life, but sometimes life can be taken away, life can be taken by the laws, or the people are executed because of the laws, only under the laws. If they have done something, for that punishment is means life imprisonment, or the death sentence. So like this, so that is but one aspect of the right to life. An equally important fist of that right is the right to livelihood, because no person can live without the means of living, that is the means of livelihood, like food, shelter, and other essential commodities, clothes, etc. So that the eviction of a person from pavement or slum will inevitably lead to the deprivation of his means of livelihood is a proposition which does not have to be established in each individual case. In the present case, that facts constituting empirical evidence justify the conclusion that the petitioners live in slums and own payments because they have small jobs to nurse in the city, and for them there is nowhere else to live. It means they hardly get the livelihood, they hardly get the food, they hardly get shelter, clothes, etc. So they do not have the resources like that in the big city. They can get livelihood elsewhere, right? They choose a pavement or a slum in the vicinity of their place of work, and to lose the payment or the slum is to lose the job. It means if they are expelled from that area, it means they will lose their job. The conclusion, therefore, is that the eviction of the petitioners will lead to deprivation of their livelihood and consequently to the deprivation of life. So, deprivation of life is connected to the deprivation of their livelihood. According to the court, there is no livelihood, it means there is no life. So, this was the case of Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation 1985. Case number 3 SCC 545. After that, another issue that affects the common person's access to justice is inordinately long number of years that courts take to hear a case. In India, there is lack of judges, and the cases are in big proportion, more number, but the availability of judges is very less. Here, number of judges in India, name of the court, sanctioned strength, working strength, vacancies. This is the data of November 2009 Supreme Court A and B. These two data are of November 2019. Strength 34 judges, working strength 34 judges. No vacancies there. So one Chief Justice India and 33 other judges. One CJI, 33 judges in Supreme Court. High Courts 1079 strength, only 655 working. It means 424 vacancies are there. District and subordinate courts 22,644 strength, and working strength is 17,509. So vacancies are more than 5,000. 17,509 working strength, that is leading to the vacancies 5,135. This is the data according to 1 November 2019. So however, in spite of this, there is no denying that the judiciary has played a crucial role in democratic India, because judiciary protects our rights and judiciary interprets the constitution, serving as a check on the powers of the executive and legislature, as well as in protecting the fundamental rights of citizens. If any law is passed by legislature that is breaking the laws, that is violating the fundamental rights of citizens, then judiciary can take action and can cancel that law. In the same way, executive, it also controls executive. The members of the Constituent Assembly had quite correctly envisioned a system of courts with an independent judiciary as a key feature of our democracy. So you have to remember that independent judiciary is the key feature of our democracy, because without independent judiciary, democratic system cannot work properly, cannot function properly. Let's see this picture. 22nd May 1987 to 22nd May 2007, PAC. So it is written here, you can see on the hoarding, हिरासत में कत्ल हाशिमपुरा हादसे की 20वीं बरसी, like 20th anniversary of that incident or tragedy. That was the above photo shows the family members of some of 43 Muslims of Hasimpura, Meerut, killed on 22 May 1987. These families fought for justice over 31 years. Due to long delay in the commencement of the trial, Supreme Court in September 2002 transferred the case from the state of UP to Delhi. 19 provincial armed constabulary PAC men faced criminal prosecution for alleged murder and other offences. By 2007, only 3 prosecution witnesses had been examined. Finally, the Delhi High Court convicted the accused persons on 31st October 2018, and this photo was taken at Press Club, Lucknow, 24 May 2007. In this way, dear students, with this example you can understand that how much delay is there in India to get the justice. But in spite of that, judiciary is very important in democratic country like India to resolve all kinds of conflicts in the country, whether it may be between the state to state, citizen to citizens, state to citizen, and central to states. So in this way we have completed the chapter. In the next video we'll meet with the MCQs of this chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.